Adnan Ahmed to come forward and give his remarks on behalf of the students.
Good morning. Regent Richard, Chancellor Little, faculty and staff. It is truly an honor to speak before my graduating class of 2009, and I thank you for selecting me for this tremendous honor. I would like to acknowledge our family members in the audience today for truly being the support system we needed during our college career, for perhaps assisting us with our tuition, encouraging us to go to college right out of high school, or just wanting to go back to college after years of being in the workforce. You truly were there for us, and we thank you. Today is a day of celebration. A day to celebrate as students from different backgrounds and cultures how far we have come. Today is also a day of reflection, a day to reflect upon the sacrifices and achievements we have accomplished these past years. The 10 tons of caffeine, the unit supply of pens and pencils, the many, and I mean many, failed attempts of studying on the second floor of the library, the painstaking decision of whether to eat at the university center or instead go to the mall, and the countless hours of studying was all worth it for today. Coming into the field house today, we can all remember that first time we set foot on this campus, taking those steps towards our first classes, being anxious about our futures that day, but confident to the challenges we would face tomorrow. The college environment provides everyone the opportunity to learn ways to make the world a better place to live in. That's what I believe we have learned and are leaving with today. Walking around campus, walking within the first and second floors of the University Center, you can truly see the pulse of this university, its students. Whether it be hanging out, actively working on projects, creating ideas for new events on campus, or simply doing nothing at all. It gave us a sense of a community. In the classes we took, we constantly faced the challenges of grasping new ideas and concepts, and how our world is shaped through these facets of knowledge. Our professors encouraged us to think differently, to envision new ideas, and create change within society. Many of us have experienced this within the service learning projects. These projects not only address the relevant operational issues many nonprofit organizations are facing today, but provided a new perspective of community activism and volunteerism within the learning process. These experiences have provided us with memories, lessons learned, and friendships that we are leaving with today. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" What we have learned here these past years should not just end today, but continue as we step out those doors as graduates of the University of Michigan-Dearborn. When we start our first job, when we receive that first big paycheck, we should look back and realize what we have learned here at this institution continues on, and that we continue to give back to our community. On my way back from San Antonio during this past winter break, I was fortunate to meet a person that on a 3-hour flight changed my perspective on life. Her name is Evelyn, originally from Germany. She currently works in a remote village in Uganda where she raises orphans without any funding or support from government and non-government organizations. At first an entrepreneur who's owned 3 successful businesses, she grew tired of the constant runaround and decided to leave it all behind. Amazed by this story, I was compelled to ask her, why would you leave everything behind and go over to Uganda to build this orphanage? Her response, because I can die, but I know the work I have done here will still be here and still continue. In giving our time, our service for good doesn't mean we have to go across the world, but rather we can do it here in our own communities and in our own homes. I witnessed this within my own family. My father working 16 hours a day as a physician to come home exhausted, only to help his son with 5th grade math. my mother, who would volunteer her time at schools and taught her son the true importance of charity and volunteering. My sister-in-law's support, and my brother, a best friend, a mentor, and an example of service as a captain in the United States Air Force. It is through these examples where I have learned the true meaning of giving back to one's community, and you don't have to go far to do that. The wealth we accumulate, the accolades we receive during our lives will fade, but it's the selflessness of volunteerism and our actions to make this world a better place that will continue on. Instilling the idea of volunteerism as a belief towards creating change within society will allow further progress within our communities, our state, and our nation. It addresses the poverty and the injustice that many of our citizens face within the country and throughout the world. It provides our lives with purpose so that when we move on, others will still be able to live in a land of opportunity. It is these lessons learned from yesterday that we are celebrating today that can only provide a sense of renewed optimism for tomorrow. But today, we celebrate our achievements. For tomorrow, we change the world. Thank you, and forever and always, go blue!
Thank you, Adnan, for those really great words on behalf of our students. And I think you did a very, very fine job of expressing the values and the aspirations of our students. I thank Cash Barney as well for his inspiring statements of loyalty and pride coming from the faculty. And indeed, it is a pleasure for all of us to express congratulations and well done to the graduates today. We are very, very proud of you for your accomplishments and for what you remain to accomplish in the rest of your lives. We are proud to join together in saluting these graduates and in recognizing the contributions of their families and the UM-Dearborn faculty and staff.